Everybody loves the Grinch because
I
he is a
mean,
lovable scamp.
Andrew, what is your relationship with the Grinch? Like, what have you thought about the other adaptations? Let's go through them all. What have you read the
All right.
book?
I have read the book.
What'd
The
you
book
think?
is decent. I don't
It's
have any
fine.
issues with the book. I think it's pretty good.
All
It's a
right.
good Christmas story.
It is, and there's not a lot of Christmas storybooks that are good, if that makes sense.
There's a lot of Christmas storybooks, but they're just a lot of cash grabs. Huge amount of cash grabs, like stuff to buy your kid.
So, the first cartoon adaptation.
That's probably my favorite.
It's good. Boris Karloff's voice, he's great.
Yeah, I think that one's my favorite one to watch. Although honestly, I don't make a point of ever watching it really.
All right, now we're gonna jump 40 years. Jim Carrey steps into the role. Thoughts?
A lot of people really like this one. I remember when I was a kid, I thought it was like fine. Honestly, I thought it was a little gross. Like it's kind of a disgusting movie.
Well, that's kind of in the gross out humor of the early 2000s, the early aughts, where you got like the Nickelodeon farts and bugs and shit, the Rugrats world. So it makes sense that it's like that. The special effects in that film is revolutionary and still looks good. I will say that the Rick Baker special effects, as weird as the Who's look, they are a feat.
I don't think it has the charm that like the book and the short have.
It has a different charm. It has a charm of a big director taking a huge swing and then missing.
It's got like Shrek charm almost.
Yes. It has meme charm of Shrek. I didn't like the most recent Illumination film that much.
I didn't see it. It didn't look good to me, and I generally, instead of being a whiner, I just don't go to see movies that I think look bad. I mean, what happens in that? It looked like to me that they changed it a bit, but I couldn't say.
They didn't change anything. They just made the Grinch a little nicer, and made him like a decent-ish guy throughout, and he made him sympathetic in a way.
It's like that's like the opposite of what they did in the Jim Carrey one, because in the Jim Carrey one they made him like almost like evil.
Yes. He was more than a little evil. The only interesting thing about the Illumination Grinch movie is the fact that it was directed by the guy from Clerks, Kevin Smith's longtime producer, the one specifically that got his own semen kissed back into his mouth during the 37 scene in Clerks. And he directed that Grinch movie.
That was Snowball.
Why do you call him that?
After he gets a blowjob, he likes to have it spit back into his mouth while kissing. It's called snowballing.
And I gotta see Clerks. I've never seen Clerks.
No, you don't.
You're speaking some weird language here. You got his semen spit back into his mouth?
Yeah, his name was
Excuse me?
Snowball. He called it Snowballing, and he directed the children's Grinch film. What we're talking about today is, in fact, the Grinch musical, which I saw live 10
Spoilers,
years ago.
he already knows the plot to it. He already knows what happens.
Yes, I did see this live 10 years ago. I still remember quite a bit of the songs. Like, right now, I have not re-looked at any of the songs. I have not watched any clips of this musical. But I can still hum a lot of the songs, for better and for worse.
Oh, he's getting it going. I don't know if it's going to be very good, but I don't really have much of a hope.
Here we go.
Will this
CBG.
be the definitive Christmas experience?
I think it might. I think it very well may.
I've always wondered if these lyrics mean anything at all.
It's Doctor Who gibberish nonsense. We all claim he's wonderful, but he just wrote gibberish nonsense and called it a story.
And some racist stuff. But let's not talk about that.
Just a little bit, but I like the set design a lot so far. Like, the costumes are a little garish, but they do stand up against the black and white background they're trying to set up for the Dr. Seussian world.
Actually, though, why do the Who's like Christmas so much? Is there like a Who Jesus?
Does Christ exist in this universe, the Seussiverse?
Do they know about Jesus?
No, they all believe in L. Ron Hubbard.
All the Who's are Scientologists.
Yeah. Except he's called L. Ron Hubbard.
He's definitely trying.
Oh, he's looking at me, Andrew.
I'm not quite sure.
He hates me especially. Why did they give the Grinch shoes? I know they mentioned that his shoes are too tight, but I don't like it.
They are taking plot elements from the Jim Carrey movie though that weren't in like the book
no.
or the animated short. The whole Cindy Lou wanting to meet the Grinch is from Jim Carrey.
But I don't think that's the bad part of the Jim Carrey movie. I thought that was a good subplot to have to tie them together.
If you're gonna make it longer like that, you have to add something.
But they didn't make it like the Grinch one. She does like a book report where she meets the Grinch's lesbian moms and finds out that Christine Baranski was horny for the Grinch dick. I love the set design. I'm trying to be positive. I really like the set design. I love the costumes.
I think it's cool that they didn't like color the set, and they have all the actors wearing bright colors, but they kept the rest of it black and white. Max is in an actual true abusive relationship. He says the Grinch saved him, even though the Grinch abuses him.
You saved me, Master. You saved me. He's reminding me of someone, and I don't quite know who it is. I'm sure I'll think of it before the stream's over.
Is it the Joker from the Joker film?
No. But I do feel like this guy at any moment could pull out a gun and shoot these children. So I guess he does remind me of that. He's got a badonkadonk.
Grinch dump truck. I'm trying to steal Christmas, but I'm dummy thick.
I'm too dummy thick, and the collapse of my ass keeps alerting the Whoville residents. They dropped the R. They dropped the hard R. Public,
oh my
kids,
God.
don't drop the hard R in public.
How do you drop an R like that? I feel like there's sexual energy, but there's not enough to like spark anything. It's like someone's like hitting a lighter with no juice.
That is a perfect description of it. And this is just like a guy who wants to be hot. Matthew Morrison wants nothing more in the world than for people to think he's hot.
And here he is in green and in a fat suit.
Demanding to be sexy. I mean, at least they set these up as characters you're kind of interested in. A little bit.
Do they, though?
Yeah, they all have giant asses, so I love them all. I want them all to do well because their asses deserve to do well.
I don't quite understand why they did that either. Is it just to make the Who's look more like an alien creature almost?
It's to make us horny!
I don't even know how there's still 40 minutes left in this.
Fuck. Oh, did we just get a fart? I was just commenting on how I was appreciating there was no fart jokes. They never even farted in the Jim Carrey one, which was like a gross version of the Grinch. Intentionally so.
Did they fart in the one you saw 10 years ago? Or was this a Schuster idea?
No, they 100% didn't. He burped once, but he didn't fart.
Okay, so this is a Schuster idea. I'm blaming it on him.
Yeah, that's him, and he has officially ruined Christmas. He stole Christmas all by himself.
Do you think that these are just really cheap to make, and that's why TV networks are just airing them?
No, this looks really expensive. I feel like the only person they spent money on to be here is fucking Matthew Morrison.
I don't think I've seen much, like, fart joke-wise from music theaters so far.
Shrek the Musical, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's the only one I can think of, but that's just because it's in the movie. I like that you can barely tell if someone stole from them if everything wasn't knocked on the ground.
Exactly.
Because everything's in black and white.
Shit! They're pulling out the Faith Hill song! This was not in the Broadway show. This is new and I don't like it. I do not approve and I do not like it.
The song doesn't fit in the show. It's not the same style.
No, because technically...
that they've been doing at all.
In the movie, that is meant to be Cindy Lou's I Want song. Like, I don't understand Christmas. It used to make sense as a child, but now I'm older. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah, but now they're
movie.
literally singing. Now they're literally singing Where's Christmas? Because the Grinch took it.
Christmas was stolen.
So now it's like literally, where is Christmas?
Literally, where are you, Christmas?
Honestly, I think the Grinch is going about it all wrong. We all know that the tried and true method to destroy Christmas is to say Happy Holidays.
Starbucks cups.
We're actually almost to the goal. If we say Happy Holidays 1 million times in 1 year, Christmas will be destroyed forever, and we're actually almost there. I think we're at 800K Happy Holidays right now. There's like a number thing somewhere out there. You can look it up.
I didn't expect to be this depressed and angry at the end of this, but I am. I am fairly depressed and fairly angry. I really wanted to like this. I really wanted to go into this with an open mind.
Oh, just push this stuff off the cliff already. My God. Yeah, you know that stuff you say about Weber shows having 5 songs? Does this have more than 5 songs?
How are they gonna show him growing his heart 5 times or whatever? Are they gonna have him have a seizure like Jim Carrey did?
No, they should have like a squib and it just blows up in his chest.
Chest burster. He's got a little Grinch alien inside of him.
Fahudores, Fahudores. I feel like the Jim Carrey one, they were considering just ending it like he steals Christmas and then the credits roll.
But Cindy Lou's mom, seriously, I want her on the podcast. Someone, like, after this, find out who she is so I can contact her. I would love her on the podcast.
Wow, that was the most
It's over! We did
heartwarming romance I've ever seen. It feels weird to do this where there's no audience.
Yeah,
And they're all
like,
just bowing at nothing. Man, it's really still going.
Yeah, it's never gonna end, Andrew. This is our reality now.
Yeah. It wasn't great. At first it started out kind of promising, and then it started like it kept going and it kept getting worse. And I think the climax was the fart joke, and that's where it kind of went from like C tier to like F tier instantly. I'm gonna give it Gouda with chives and herbs, because that's what I ate. That was my daily cheese, so I'm giving it that.
So, my overall thoughts was, I still think that's not the worst adaptation. I still think, like, some of it's better than the Illumination adaptation, to be honest. But my cheese rating is actually a Grinch cheese ball. It's perfect for the holidays. It's a Grinch-themed cheese ball that has a green hue and is covered with tiny heart-shaped sprinkles.
Ew?
Yeah, I know.
That sounds disgusting. I guess that fits, though. Yeah, I think it's time we all go.
But we'll see you guys next time on Musicals with Trees live stream. Let us know how we did on our fucking Twitter or whatever the shit. I don't give a fuck. Get out of here. We love you.
I think we did pretty good, so.
We'll see you next time, guys.
See ya.